Hi, it's Andrew here from Pink Cake Princess. The Lego movie is coming out this Friday and I've created a couple of Lego cupcakes for you guys. Don't forget to check out the Lego Man cupcake. I'm showing you how to do the Lego block cupcakes today. Okay, you can also check out my Lego Ninjago cake topper figurines if you want. They're on my channel. You can use them and the blocks to create a cake like this. Okay, to start off with, I'm just going to use a regular size cupcake. I'm just going to ice it with some buttercream and I'm going to create a semi-dome finish. Although I prefer it a little bit flatter on this cupcake because the blocks are going to be sitting across it and I don't want it too raised. Okay, next I'm going to be rolling out some fondant icing. You can find out more about fondant icing and a list of materials in the video description below. Okay, I'm just rolling out my fondant and using my circle cutter, which is about 6.5 centimeters across, to cut out my fondant, and then I'm just going to smooth it over on top of my cupcake. Next I'm going to be using some yellow fondant. Now I've also got 3 little Lego blocks from my daughter's toys. I'm just going to use them as a guide as I'm cutting out the blocks because I want them to basically be roughly the same size. Okay, so I've rolled out my yellow and it's about the same thickness as the block. And I'm using my palette knife to cut it with the blocks as a guide so I can get it all square. And there you have it. I didn't have to measure anything out. I've just used the toy blocks as a guide. Okay, I'm flattening it out or just smoothing the edges over, trying not to dent in my corners and edges. Okay, rolling out some fondant here. I've just dusted it with my corn flour so it doesn't stick. And now I'm just using an offcut of a straw that fits the top little round sections of the Lego. And I'm also using a toothpick, which I've cut the top, well, a little section off at the top. And now I'm just using my little round straw to cut out my little circles of fondant and using the toothpick just to push it out. And there you have it. I'll be cutting out a few of these. I think there's a total of 8 that I'll be using on top of this yellow block. And then I'm going to use a little bit of water and my brush just to glue it on where it's supposed to go. Roughly 4 across the top and 4 across the bottom. And there you have it. That's your first block done. Next I'm going to be rolling out some red fondant, just slightly keeping it thick, the same thickness as the block, although this one's a little bit flatter than the yellow one. Okay, now I'm using my palette knife again and the toy blocks just to guide me as I'm cutting them to create the red block. And there you have it, smoothing it over, careful not to dent in the edges. Okay, now onto some more red fondant, rolling it out and keeping it that thickness, and then using my little circle cutter or my little straw and my toothpick just to cut out at least 4 little circles. Okay, now onto my blue, same method, doing the exact same thing, rolling it out. I'm using my red block that I've cut out to make sure that it's the same thickness because they are going to be sitting underneath the yellow block and I need them to be the same height. Okay, and then using my palette knife again just to trim the edges off with the real blocks as a guide, and then just smoothing it over and then checking it with the red block. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut out a few more little blue circles with my straw and my little toothpick, and then I'll be assembling it. Okay, now just checking it on the cupcake. They are not sitting flat because the cupcake's obviously a little bit domed. So once I assemble it, I'm just going to leave it on my table so that it sits flat and not on the cupcake, because if it sits on the cupcake it's not going to sit flat, or it's not going to set flat. Okay, now just putting on the final little circles on the blocks, and then just putting it aside. Now don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from my channel, and also let me know if you remember playing with Legos as a child and if you actually followed the instructions or if you created your own rules. Okay, so now onto some white fondant, just cutting out the letter L here with my pointy crafts knife, and then I'm going to cut out the E here, just using the L as a guide too to give me rough portioning sizes here. Okay, and using my palette knife just to create a little E there, and then just poking out the excess there. You can also use a toothpick as well if you're worried about using the crafts knife. Okay, now I'm going to use my big straw and just kind of squeezing it in so I can get an oval shape, not a round shape. I'm cutting out 2 ovals. One's going to be the O and the other one's going to be a G. I'm using my little straw just to cut out the center of the O. And for the G, I'm just going to cut out a section of my smaller straw and then cut that in half. And I'm going to use that to help me cut out the G. Okay, now I'm just going to zoom in for you guys. I am just cutting 2 little cuts into the oval there. The bottom cut is a little bit longer than the top cut. And then I'm going to use my straw to cut the top. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to explain, but basically I'm just trying to cut out the shape of a G. And then using my pointy crafts knife to cut off what I can't cut out with the straw. Using my toothpick just to push everything into place. And that's basically it. That's your G there. Okay, if you find it a bit sticky and fiddly, you can put it aside so they can set a little bit, or dust it with your corn flour as well to stop it from sticking. Okay, and next I'm just going to glue it all together. Now you can see the blocks there, they have set a little bit so they're not flopping over on top of the cupcake. And now I've just glued on the letters to spell out the word Lego, and that's basically it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. You can also fix up your lettering there with a toothpick. And I hope you guys also tune in for the next cupcake tutorial, the little Lego man. Don't forget to share, comment, like and subscribe if you want to support my channel. And come back to watch more videos. There's also a Lego Ninjago figurine tutorial that I've already got on my channel, and you can also see the cake that it went on my channel as well. And you can also use the blocks to create this cake as well. Well, the bits around the bottom of the cake. Okay, thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to tune in for more, and as I've been saying, click that subscribe button if you want to see more from my channel. Bye for now, and you guys take care.